Welcome to Finding God in the Times of COVID. Today is Sunday, March the 7th. This is the 52nd Sunday that we've gathered in a different way because of COVID as a Christian community. And so perhaps it's a time where we can pause to mark, at least in this country, 52 weeks of being under significant restrictions or guidelines about how to best love our neighbor. So we could think, of course, about the 2.6 million people around the world who've lost their lives and hold moments of silence for them. And we could think about the hundreds of thousands of United States citizens who've lost their lives, part of that larger number for whom we held silence. And then all the people, you've had them in your heart and mind, all those impacted, all those who've put the needs of others before themselves in myriad ways. Perhaps there's some alignment of marking this 52nd week with being in the season of Lent, this long period of time, where while there's light at the end of the tunnel has had and continues to have all of its challenges. Some of the language which we focus on as a Christian community is the language of the cross, Jesus' movement toward the cross, and ways in which the cross was, well, it was an empire's way of both extinguishing that which was not desirable, that which was threatening, and also a way of, well, encouraging others to fall in line. So they'd put crosses, at crossroads, the Via Maris, the way of the sea, so people would remember in the way of the world who's in charge and what you really ought to do if you want to follow the way of the wisdom of the world. But the way of Jesus was a different way of the cross, the way of, means all kinds of things metaphorically, self-negation, perhaps a way of resistance, a different way, because the ultimate playing out of the cross didn't accomplish the intention of extinction, of a murder that was the last chapter in the story. So we get ahead of ourselves in Lent, but for now, perhaps this focus during these times of COVID can be on the way of the cross, the way of suffering, the way of hardship, that we might be able to take time or make time to attend to within ourselves those places of suffering and hardship and those places of suffering and hardship in the world. They reflect one another, our own with the world's and the world with ours. What's the form of hardship or crucifixion to which you might be called to attend, or which is so much a part of your life you don't even have the choice in these days? We the way of the cross. Blessings on your day as we find God in these times of COVID.